freshman trip to Caprock Canyon State Park was honestly almost a complete failure. Several of the boys failed to bring water on our 7-mile hike. Todd confused hiking boots with cowboy boots, and we all accidentally ate raw meat. Despite all of that, Caprock is one of my favorite college memories so far. It was the first time that all 12 of the freshmen really got to know each other and also figure out how we all fit together. Between the sunset worship, group yoga, and long car ride jam sessions, it was the first time I felt like we were a family. Thanks to the experience of Dean and the upperclassmen, the Big Bend trip over fall break went much more smoothly. Minus the time that Miranda, Todd, Lexi, and I were stuck at the campsite with orders to make dinner and we had no way to light the stove or any utensils. Thanks to a child's multi-tool with glue-covered flint, a knife, and the sacrifice of both Miranda and Todd's arm hair, we beat the odds and avoided starvation. Back straight, chest out, just like a soldier. The trail we originally wanted to take was closed due to too many tourists taking selfies with bears. But the hike to the window that we ended up taking was absolutely gorgeous, as were the sunsets every night, and my favorite part of the trip, the incredible Big Bend night sky. The first night we were there, we laid on bear boxes in our campsite for hours and hours, just watching the stars. In late November, my dad and I went backpacking in Guadalupe Mountains National Park. The mountains are gorgeous and the terrain is crazy varied, but the weather was unlike anything I'd ever seen and definitely made the trip for me. The whole first day, there was a heavy fog that engulfed absolutely everything. It was both ominous and beautiful and made the long trek very worth it. Back straight and chest out, just like a soldier.
Every time I talk to someone from back home, they always ask me how college is and what I think, and I always say that college is the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I mean it. It is. The people that I've met here have changed my life for the better. We talk about this a lot in class, but the community that we have here is very unique, and it's defined my college experience thus far, and it will continue to. I am surrounded by people who love the Lord and walk that out in their everyday lives, and I've never met so many people who do that so intentionally and with such grace. Everyone I've met is very intentional about sharing Christ with others and living their lives putting Him first and showing His grace and mercy to everyone around them, regardless of the situation. And that's been really neat. I've never had that before in really anyone, but especially with this many people. And just being surrounded by that constant love has been very culturing and allowed me to really grow in a lot of areas that I was not expecting to grow, but I am beyond thankful that I have thus far and will continue to.
Classes this semester were very different from anything I've ever had before. I wasn't too surprised by the rigor of my classes, but that's not to say I was not challenged. One class in particular consumed the majority of my time spent on schoolwork, as well as caused me the most stress. But it was also the class that I learned the most in and enjoyed the most. That being said, most of my learning this semester was done outside of the classroom. This is room 305, also known as the forest. Many important moments have occurred in this room. Some good, some hard, all very necessary. This is the room where I've had many freeing conversations, where I've stayed up studying on some nights, mega mattressing on others. This is where we have celebrated birthdays, FaceTimed home, and, well, this room served as the medium for many memories, as well as the inspiration to continuously dig deeper. Lexi Bennett captured this idea in a poem she wrote about 305. The memories hidden, locked away within the bones of our structure. If they could be reached, what would we uncover? Would we discover the key to ourselves, learn the flaws and strengths of humanity? Would we reveal the lessons learned, the mistakes committed, the solution to situation? The thoughts that began in 305 soon could not be contained by it, and we turned to long drives with good music. There are a few songs that have very much been theme songs of this semester, the songs which we always found ourselves returning to. Mansion by NF, A Prayer by King's Kaleidoscope, Say When by The Fray, Unsteady by Ex-Ambassadors, Pieces by Amanda Cook, South by Hippocampus, and Holding On To You by 21 Pilots.
Surroundings climbing down a mountain range of my lifestyle brain. Your surrounding, all my surroundings twisting like kaleidoscope. Read how to look through my eyes. The painting light, tiny loose around your mind. Loosen up to breathe, hide it, tie it to a tree. Tell it you belong to me. This ain't a noose, this is a legion. I am news for you. Twisting like kaleidoscope.
This semester has been one of exploration and adventure. When I first arrived here in August, I had no idea what I was in for. In the first few weeks of classes, I grew exponentially in my relationship, not only with God, but with the people that changed my life. I have learned so much about myself, how I think and why I think it, as well as more about how the world works and why. I know that it is impossible to ever be an expert on either of those topics, but to Dean's class, along with many, many, many conversations in room 305, I feel like I've made leaps and bounds in both.